Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2024. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed down 1.3% today to 7,666 points. It's the lowest close in 3 weeks. It came after Australian Bureau of Statistics data shows inflation for the 12 months to the end of April coming in at 3.6%. That was higher than expected and higher than the month earlier. The inflation figures didn't help, though the market was already much lower ahead of the 11:30am announcement. That was pretty much on the back of renewed talk of US interest rates staying higher for longer. There wasn't much to like in the market today, with all 11 sub-indices falling and around 3/4 of the stocks ending lower. They all fell by quite a bit, with consumer staples down more than 2%, and the best performing sub-index was tech. It was still down 0.5%. Among the large caps, Fortescue Metals Group fell 3.6% and Rio Tinto dropped 1.5%. After the price of iron ore came off, all the banks were lower, with Westpac and ANZ falling more than 2%. Telstra was off 1.7% and Aristocrat Leisure dropped nearly 3%. Story number 2, in corporate news, News Corp unveiled a major restructure today, leaving the group with 3 publishing units and a sales unit. The goal is to find $65 million in savings this and next financial years. Respirator company Fisher & Paykel expects net profit after tax in the next fiscal year to bounce back after a disappointing 2024 because of some abnormal items. Its share price jumped 4% today, the best of the top 200. The worst today was Neuren Pharmaceuticals, which tumbled 9%. It had surged a week ago on the back of phase 2 trial results for its Pitt-Hopkins drug. Those gains have now been eroded. Story number 3, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the government will reissue a revised order to replace Direction 99 to ensure that the protection of the community outweighs other considerations. It comes after the order allowed non-citizen criminals to remain in the country. Direction 99 says significant weight must be given to a person's ties to Australia. So a New Zealander, for example, who's lived most of their life in Australia, might be allowed to stay even if they are a criminal. The government has also abolished the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, which followed Direction 99 when releasing people into the community. Mr Albanese also added that Immigration Minister Andrew Giles has his support. Story number 4, Lendlease has struck a deal to sell its US construction business 3 days after unveiling a $4.5 billion plan to pull back from its offshore operations to focus on Australia. It's agreed terms with a major US construction firm, Consigli Construction, for the sale of its US East Coast construction operations. Under the terms of the deal, Consigli will acquire Lendlease's East Coast construction business, which includes around 45 current under contract and pre-construction projects. As part of the sale, the majority of Lendlease's US construction workforce will transition to Consigli. Lendlease isn't disclosing the value of the deal, but it has previously said it expects to write down about $1.5 billion across its operations as it divests its international businesses. Lendlease share price closed down 2.4% today. And story number 5, insurance group IAG allegedly hit loyal customers with higher prices via a pricing algorithm, according to claims filed by class action law firm Slater & Gordon. Slater & Gordon have claimed IAG engaged in unfair tactics and misleading conduct in selling home insurance policies. IAG refutes the allegations. The lawsuit alleges that IAG's algorithm modelling estimated the likelihood of existing customers renewing and the price at which they would probably accept an offer, according to the Financial Review. It incorporated how long customers had held policies and how many policies they had. The lawsuit says some customers were then hit with a loyalty uplift in pricing that was greater than any subsequent loyalty discount, according to the lawsuit. The claim mimics earlier action from the Australian Securities and Investments Commission against IAG on the same issue. IAG is also battling a shareholder class action about disclosure of COVID-19 related problems with business insurance. That's it for the afternoon report for Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2024. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with the Thursday edition of Fear and Greed Business News. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.